Hello everyone, welcome back to Mr. Alright Movie Reviews. If you are new round here, I'm all about diving deep into the world of movies, actors and their unforgettable performances that stick with you long after the credits roll. And today we're starting a new series. I got chatting with the Flicking Off boys, check out their podcast. We've come up with a new idea for a series. Instead of just reviewing individual movies, which I will be doing too, don't worry I've got plenty more coming, I'm also going to do a little series where I do a top 5 of my favourite actors' movies. So today we're talking about one of my all-time favourite actors and the inspiration for this channel, Mr. Matthew McConaughey. I've handpicked 5 of my favourite films in no particular order, which showcases his incredible range from intense dramas to sci-fi epics and everything in between. We'll kick this video off with a quick introduction to the man himself, then dive into the movies that I've picked out for this list. Stick around to the end because I'll be asking you for your takes as well. Alright, as he says, let's get into it.
To that I say, alright.
So first up, let's just talk about Matthew McConaughey. Born on November the 4th, 1969 in Uvalde, Texas, Matthew was the youngest of 3 brothers in a pretty conservative household. His dad was a former NFL player turned gas station owner, and his mum was a kindergarten teacher. Tough love was the name of the game. He was a star athlete in school, playing football and golf, and initially headed to the University of Texas in Austin, planning to study law. However, during a trip to Australia on an exchange program, he had this epiphany about storytelling and human emotions, which led him to switch majors to film. There's a brilliant interview where he's sat discussing the conversation he had with his father in transitioning from studying law to studying film, something that's a set guaranteed career to something that's a little bit more creative and up in the air. And it's a really inspiring conversation to listen to, because that decision changed everything, and boy am I glad for it.
Tuesday night, 7:30, second day of the week. He's into the work week. He'll have eaten dinner. He's on the couch having a beer with mom. Called him at 7:36 p.m. I remember the number. Hey, Pop. Hey, what's up, monkey man? So listen, can I talk to you about something? Sure. I said, Dad, I don't want to go to law school anymore. I want to go to film school. And I'm like, a little bead of sweat starts to go down the back of my neck. I'm like, here it comes. You want to what? I thought he was going to go into all this stuff about, like, my ass. You think I'm paying for that? You know, that can be a hobby, but you know, that's not a real job. I thought all this was coming. And after about a 5-second pause, he goes, I hear this. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Yes, sir. Another long pause. Then I hear, well, don't half-ass it.
You see, Matthew's philosophy on life and acting is all about embracing the journey, what he calls greenlights, the title of his book. Those moments where life gives you the go-ahead to push forward. He shared a ton about this in that best-selling book, Greenlights, that I mentioned, where he talks about journaling for decades and distilling life lessons from his experiences. In acting, he's known for taking risks, like his famous period dubbed the McConaissance in the 2010s, where he ditched rom-coms entirely for more serious roles. He believes in fully immersing himself, be that losing weight, living in character, whatever it takes. His mantra is just keep living, which he turned into a foundation for kids, which I think is really inspiring as well. And speaking of beginnings, his first major project was the 1993 cult classic Dazed and Confused, directed by Richard Linklater. He played the laid-back Wooderson, and that's where his iconic line, alright, originates from.
All right. Hey, man, you still driving into Houston in the morning to get those Aerosmith tickets?
Oh, you damn right. Evening, ladies.
Oh, nice.
It was improvised on set and basically launched his career. From there, he built a reputation for that southern charm and intensity that makes him so magnetic on screen. But enough waffling about the man himself. On to the top 5 picks that I have for you to go and watch today.
No, sir.
Do you think 2 men who hang a child should be free in 10 years?
No, sir.
Well, what do you think should happen to them? What would be a fair sentence?
Objection,
do you think
Your
they
Honor.
deserve to die, Mr.
Your
Haley?
Honor.
Answer the
Mr.
question.
Buckley.
Carly,
Did
don't
they
answer that
deserve to
question.
die?
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
starting with an early outing of his, I Have a Time to Kill, from 1996. This one is a gripping legal thriller based on John Grisham's novel of the same name. Set in the Deep South, the story follows Carl Lee Haley, played by Samuel L. Jackson, a black father who takes justice into his own hands after two white men brutally assault his young daughter. He guns them down in the courthouse, and that's where young lawyer Jake Brigance, played by Matthew McConaughey, steps in to defend a racially charged trial in the Deep South. The town erupts with tension from the KKK and civil rights groups interfering, leaving Jake to navigate the threat to his family whilst building a case around the idea of justifiable homicide. Now, whatever your personal views on that matter are, Matthew's performance here is outstanding. It's one of his early breakout roles where he shows he can carry a heavy dramatic load. He's charismatic and earnest as this idealistic attorney fighting the odds, and his closing argument is legendary.
Now imagine she's white. The defense rests, Your Honor.
It's raw and it's emotional. It had audiences, including me, on the edge of their seats. Matthew bounces off Samuel brilliantly. Their scenes crackle with intensity, especially when Carl Lee's rage meets Jake's passionate defense, especially in the scene where the prosecutor is pushing Carl Lee to admit he believes the two he killed deserved to be dead. Sandra Bullock also shines as Matthew's law student sidekick, adding some sharp wit, and Kevin Spacey is chilling as the smarmy prosecutor. If you haven't seen it, it is a must watch for courtroom drama fans. I rewatched it in preparation for writing this video and it had me gripped throughout. McConaughey proves he's got the chops beyond just the handsome lead. Should also say that film stars Donald Sutherland and Kiefer Sutherland. Very good cast, outstanding film. Moving on, if you've seen my top 5 favourite movies short, then you're waiting for this one, and I couldn't avoid it realistically, talking about Matthew McConaughey. That's Interstellar from 2014, directed by Christopher Nolan. This sci-fi masterpiece is set in a dystopian future where Earth is dying from blight and dust storms. Humanity's only hope is to find a new planet. Matthew plays Cooper, a former NASA pilot turned farmer who's recruited for a secret mission through a wormhole near Saturn to explore potential habitable worlds. Along the way, the team deals with black holes, time dilation, and the emotional toll of leaving loved ones behind, especially Cooper's daughter, Murph. McConaughey's performance is heart-wrenching and powerful. He brings this everyman heroism mixed with quiet desperation. Those scenes where he's watching video messages from home, aging years in minutes due to relativity. I know it's a meme, but man, he sells the grief and determination like no one else. I don't think anyone else could have played Coop. He won praise for making the complex science feel personal, and he bounces off Anne Hathaway perfectly, who plays Dr. Amelia Brand, the biologist on the mission. Their dynamic is tense and philosophical.
Well, if we're going to vote, there's something you should know. Brand, he has a right to know.
That has nothing to do with it.
What does? She's in love with Wolf Edmonds. Is that true?
Yes. And that makes me want to follow my heart.
Hathaway's optimistic, love-driven philosophy contrasts with Cooper's pragmatism, leading to some profound debate about humanity's future. Jessica Chastain as an adult Murph also adds another layer of emotional punch, and I think it was also so important that Nolan had all 3 versions of the same character portrayed at different points of the story to drive that emotional weight of McConaughey's performance. The visuals in this film are stunning, but it's McConaughey's grounded acting that anchors the epic scope. If you're into mind-bending space stories, this one is timeless, and I'm sure you've probably seen it already, and if you haven't, what on earth are you playing at? But moving on to number 3 on my list, Dallas Buyers Club from 2013. Another unavoidable movie in this list, inspired by true events. This film follows Ron Woodruff, a rough and tumble Texas electrician and rodeo cowboy diagnosed with AIDS in the 1980s. This is when the disease was a death sentence and stigma was rampant. Given just 30 days to live, Ron refuses to accept it and starts smuggling unapproved drugs from Mexico to treat himself and others, forming an underground buyers club of sorts to distribute them. It's a story of survival, rebellion against Big Pharma, and unexpected allies. Matthew's transformation here is insane. He lost nearly 50 pounds to play Ron, looking gaunt and fierce. It earned him an Oscar as Best Actor, which is why it was unavoidable on this list. His performance is electric, cocky, and homophobic at first.
You fucking kidding me? I ain't no faggot, motherfucker. I don't even know no fucking faggots. Look at me. What do you see, huh? The goddamn rodeo's what you see.
Then evolving into this scrappy entrepreneur with grit and heart. He captures the physical decline and the inner fire so authentically. Jared Leto, also won an Oscar, is unforgettable as Rayon, a transgender woman with AIDS who becomes Ron's business partner. Their banter and bond add humour and humanity. Jennifer Garner provides a compassionate counterpoint as the Doctor caught in the middle. McConaughey's raw energy makes this more than a biopic though. It's a testament to resilience, and it gave us the famous Oscar-winning speech.
To any of us, whatever those things are, whatever it is we look up to, whatever it is we look forward to, and whoever it is we're chasing, to that I say amen. To that I say all right, all right, all right.
Coming in at number 2 though, Mud from 2012, directed by Jeff Nichols, is a coming-of-age tale set on the Mississippi River, where two teenage boys, Ellis and Neckbone, great name, discover a mysterious fugitive named Mud, living on a small island in a boat stuck in a tree after a storm. Mud's on the run after killing a man to protect his on-again, off-again love, Juniper, played by Reese Witherspoon. The boys get roped into helping him reunite with her, while dodging bounty hunters and dealing with their own family dramas. But McConaughey as Mud is mesmerising. His character is mythical almost, with his snake tattoo and tall tales that draw the wide-eyed kids in. But it's not just all charisma, he layers in vulnerability, showing Mud's flawed romanticism and desperation. It's one of his most nuanced roles during the McConaissance, blending southern drawl with quiet intensity. He bounces off the young actors Ty Sheridan and Jacob Lofland brilliantly. Their wide-eyed admiration turns to hard lessons about love and betrayal. Sam Shepard also adds gravitas as a grizzled neighbour with secrets. The film's got this Huck Finn vibe, and McConaughey elevates it to something poetic and heartfelt. It's another one that you just can't miss.
Need some help here? Snake bite! Snake bite.
Stay calm.
Cottonmouth. Just under an hour.
We'll take care of you. Let's go. Let's go, people.
But rounding out the list is a little bit more of a fun one. Now I could have gone back to his rom-com days, but I've settled on The Gentleman from 2019, directed by Guy Ritchie. This slick crime comedy follows Mickey Pearson, an American expat who's built a massive underground marijuana empire in London using aristocratic estates. Now he wants to cash out and retire, but that sparks a wild chain of schemes, blackmail and double crosses from rivals like a Chinese gangster and a tabloid editor. McConaughey in this film is pitch perfect as Mickey, suave, sharp-witted and effortlessly cool in those tailored suits. He commands the screen with his laid-back menace, delivering Ritchie's snappy dialogue like a seasoned pro. It's a return to fun for him after some heavier roles, and he nails the balance of charm and ruthlessness. He bounces off a stellar ensemble as well. Hugh Grant is hilarious as the sleazy private investigator narrating the story.
What's that for? Is that for my money?
Charlie Hunnam as Mickey's loyal right-hand man adds a stoic intensity, and Colin Farrell steals scenes as a tracksuit-wearing boxing coach. The plot twists like a pretzel, but McConaughey's magnetic presence ties it all together. And if you love Tarantino-style capers with British flair, this film is absolute gold.
Right! Now, put the phone on the ground.
Alright. There you have it, my top 5 Matthew McConaughey movies that highlight why he is a legend and my #1 favourite actor. From Courtroom Battle to Space Odysseys, the guy's got range for days. If any of these didn't make your list, or if you think I missed a gem, like True Detective for example, I know I missed it because it's a TV series, but it is an honourable mention. Drop your top 5 suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Maybe The Lincoln Lawyer or Magic Mike deserved a spot. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this film, subscribe for more actor spotlights and individual movie breakdowns, and then turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, just keep living my friends and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.